Welcome to another episode of Project Hunter. In the first episode of Project Hunter, you saw me make some projects that use quite a bit of pegs, like cribbage, my baseball game. Well, I thought, why not make my own pegs? In this video, here's how I did it. Okay, what I did is I opened up Aspire and set up a project that was 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, because that's what I'm using, a scrap piece of 3x5 that I got. And you can see me here entering a circle that's 1/8 inch. And I placed it down in the lower left hand corner, and now I'm placing a 0.2 inch, which will be the part you grab onto of the peg. And I'm making that, and so what I do is I'm going to move it to its own layer. And that one's going to be called Tops. And now I can select the other one, which is the peg, and right click on it and move to layer, and let's call this one Pegs. Okay, so now that we have that, we have everything we need to get started, but let's fill in the rest of the area here with more pegs. So what I'm going to do is highlight everything. I'm going to go over to the array copy, and it looks like it's already set up for 8x8, so I'm going to keep that, and I'm putting a 1/4 inch between all the sides so that my bit could fit through it, so that gap will come in handy. So let's go ahead and copy that and see how it goes. Looks pretty good. Okay, now that we've made all the copies, let's go ahead and center them on the 3.5 by 3.5 inch square piece of wood here. Grab the center it to the project. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, so now we can go on to create the tool paths. Alright, let's go ahead and preview the pegs that we created here. And they look pretty good, and you'll notice there's a little scrap piece in between, but I don't think we need to worry about that because it's so small. So what we're going to do now is go over and disable the peg view and put in the tops, and let's highlight them all, and we'll do a profile cut on those. So let's go to the profile tool. We're going to start it at 1 inch and then go down 1/4 inch. And keep all the settings the same outside. Okay, let's calculate that. That looks like it's going to work pretty good. Let's run it. And it looks like it came out perfect. You can see the pegs and the peg tops looking good. Okay, those pegs turned out really nice. And the first time I did this, I didn't know how to get them off very well without them flying all over the place, but I saw them on my bandsaw and they just fell out all over the place. So now I've come up with the idea of this, where I'm hoping I might have to take it out to do it because I can't see where the... Well, anyway, let's take it out. So I came up with this where I plugged the pegs into this other piece of scrap. That way, when I saw them off, the pegs will stay neatly in the little peg holder I made. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, and just for reference, I make the peg hole and the peg about 0.002 difference, so that whether you make the peg slightly smaller or the hole slightly bigger, the pegs fit in better. Okay, now I'm going to adjust the table saw fence to barely cut the tops off this. So this is the peg side. So let's see, right about there should do it. Let's try that. Lock it down. Okay, here we go. Okay, you're going to see the tops of the pegs falling off that I broke the pegs off earlier. All right. You can see some of the ones I broke when I was trying to take it out of the thing, but that's pretty good. And I could just take the little bit of sanding and the tops will be perfect. Okay, I sanded them off and you can see it turned out pretty good. There's only a couple that I might have to touch up, but that's a good way to keep them all in one spot. If you don't, and I'm going to take it out of my jig a little bit better next time so I don't break some. But 64 pegs out of just 1 1/4 inch of 4x4. Yeah, I decided a while ago I was just going to leave those moments where I break something or forget something in the video, so you understand that you don't give up, you just keep doing it till you get it right. And since then I've been able to do it several times perfectly, and you can see here I got some of the pegs. But I do love that block that it goes into because it holds them, it keeps them all the same length when you're cutting them off, and works pretty good. Also, I'm thinking I can make some scrap pieces of those blocks that hold the pegs, so you can spray paint the tops of the pegs for different colors and things like that, and I think that would work pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to mention the other times, please like and subscribe. It would really help me out. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Project Hunter.